Hey, everybody, and welcome to a spooktacular edition of Fat Guy Live. Don't go away. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Sunday here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am your host, Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And it is our spooktacular edition of Fat Guy Live. I'm so excited about this. You know, everybody loves October and Halloween and all this stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun today. We have a lot of stuff to cover. But first, I want to kind of tell you something a little bit about Halloween here in Nevada. When I moved here some 30 years ago, I was under the impression that Halloween was a holiday here in Nevada. Everything was closed. Kids were out of school and stuff. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool, you know. As a kid, you're thinking, yeah, this is party time. Well, it's just that it's Nevada Day on Halloween here in Las Vegas. And so the 31st is Nevada Day, and it was Halloween. And so it was, you know, it seemed to me, I didn't know any better, that it was a holiday. Well, stupidly, we've voted to make Nevada Day be recognized on a Friday or a Monday, and so we've kind of ruined that for the kids. But anyhow, little trivia that Halloween and Nevada Day are the same thing. Boy, we have a lot of stuff to do today. We've got some stuff about product reviews. We're going to have a new feature at the end of the show. My friend Ken, I think he's logged in. Ken, are you there? I think he's there. Yeah, I see him. I see Ken. So, Ken said to me after the last edition of Fat Guy Live, he said, you know, it felt like it just kind of ended. And I said, you know why it felt that way? Because that's exactly what happened. He said, well, what if you wrapped it up with like a little Q&A session? So at the end, please leave all your comments now. And I'm going to go back and see every comment, I promise. But we're also going to have a fun live talk. You post any questions, comments, issues, suggestions, whatever you want, and I'll talk with you guys live at the end of the show before we sign out. So we do have a lot of stuff in store. Let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and just start by covering doing a little maintenance work around here. Okay, as you can see, I'm set up for Halloween. I got where is he? There's Frankenstein, Herman Munster, and there's Dracula, and oh wait, oh man, there it is, the Wolfman. All right, so we got that going. I wanted to share something about this shirt that I'm wearing. So let me do this to you now. Here, let me go to this camera. Okay, so I want to share this story with this shirt here. All right, a lot of you have probably already heard this story, but I'm going to share it anyhow because it is such a great story. And if it doesn't set you out for a great Sunday, nothing will. So there was this school that was having a support your team day, and I guess it must have been a lower level school. It wasn't like a high school. It was like middle school or even an elementary school. And this one poor kid, he was a huge Volunteers fan, and not for money. Didn't have any Volunteers gear, and so he was pretty bummed out. But the teacher, what an amazing teacher. This teacher was so cool. He was very, very supportive, and he was trying to help him figure this out. And the kid said, well, I do have an orange shirt. He said, just wear that. It'll be fine. Well, that wasn't good enough for the kid, so the kid went home and made his own T-shirt out of his orange shirt. He scribbled this design onto a piece of paper. All right? It's the University of Tennessee, and it says University of Tennessee. And so he drew that and he pinned it onto his shirt and went to school for Support Your Team Day, and the jerk kids were being mean to him about his shirt. So the teacher stepped in and squashed that as he should, but he felt so bad about the whole thing. He reached out to some of his friends who were at the University of Tennessee and said, "Can you do anything for this kid? Send him anything." They sent this massive box of swag to this kid. So much stuff, the kid actually started passing it out to everybody in the classroom, the very same kids who were making fun of him. So he's passing out all this swag and everything like that. But that wasn't good enough for the University of Tennessee. They made this design an official design that would be carried in all the team shops. So they printed like 1 or 200 shirts and started selling them in the team shop. They were so popular that they ended up selling almost 200,000 shirts, and 100% of the proceeds are going to an anti-bullying organization. But that's not even it. There's more. On top of all that, the University of Tennessee is giving that kid a 4-year full-ride scholarship. How cool is that, huh? So, I heard the story. I immediately had to get my wife and I a shirt. And now, I'm a UNLV Running Rebel fan. They're not good, okay? They're just really not good. And so, I'm taking on Tennessee, although they're not playing really well right now. They just got thumped by Georgia yesterday. But I'm taking on the University of Tennessee as my secondary college team. And what a great, great story. Man. Oh, no Invisible Man. I'm sorry. He might be in here somewhere. Look, I still have the Lego skeleton up here. My wife hasn't snagged it back yet. So I still do have him, too. All right. So I wanted to tell you that story about this shirt. And I hope that hearing how cool and how kind some people can be, I hope that really starts your day off on a high note. Next up, I want to talk to you about something. Last month I told you that I was going to convert the channel from Home and Hobby to just Hobby. Well, lo and behold, all of a sudden everybody thinks I'm the hot ticket and wants to send me stuff for reviews. I have this amazing light. I can already just tell you it's going to get a good review because it's really awesome. But I am still waiting, to try it out over some time before I release the video on that. But then, this company here, let's switch cameras. All right. This is Reolink. They sent me this security camera. And if you know me, you know I love my Circle 2 cameras by Logitech. And so they sent me this camera and asked me, would you please test it out and do a review? Well, because I'm into the home security thing and the technology thing, I decided, I'll do that. So they sent me this camera, but more, they sent me a solar panel that goes with it, so you can mount this thing anywhere you want, and it will stay charged and do its job, and it's pretty cool. Now, I haven't tested it. It may be a piece of junk. I don't know yet. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying the concept of having the solar panel is very, very cool. But the bottom line is, I won't test anything that I don't feel has value to myself or to you guys. And I'm going to be honest with you. And so when they ask me, what are your criteria? My answer to them is, send me your product. I will test it. I will review it and do a video of it. I will be 100% honest. So if you can't live with that, let's just forget it. And the only caveat that I give to them is that if I find an issue or have a problem with the product that they send me, I will reach out to them and give them a chance to either correct it or address it. Because, sometimes stuff happens. And I don't want to give somebody a bad review just because UPS dropped the box or something like that. But even if I do that and they make a change or they address it, you're going to hear about that, okay? So I have some review videos coming up. as you remember when I said I was going to drop the home part, I said, but if I still have something cool, I'll post those on Monday. So any videos that I'm doing along those lines will be hosted on Mondays. So you can be looking for those coming up. Haven't even unboxed these things yet. I got to figure out where I'm going to put them, where I'm going to get the best mileage out of them. So we're going to have some reviews coming up. As to the live stream today, I can't begin to tell you how happy I am to be here with you guys because, as a lot of you may know, I had a really crappy month. Okay, a really crappy month, and being here with you guys today, it's like hanging out with my friends, which I consider you guys to be, and just bullshitting about hobbies and stuff. So I'm really glad to be here doing this with you guys today. If I'm drinking a lot and stuff, I apologize. I'm having one of my bad stretches with my lungs and stuff, so I'm medicated with my sprays and stuff. It makes me real dry, and so I apologize for that. All right, so let's kind of get into the meat of the matter, and let's start talking about what happened last month here on the show, okay? All right. So last month we did another Tom Daniel design. We did the Funny Money, which was a lot of fun. It was pretty simple, but it was still a lot of fun. And you know how I've got my little thing with Tom Daniel. By the way, he's going to be appearing live at a show in Colorado, like Denver, I think it is, next weekend, I think. So if you're in the area and you want to meet Tom Daniel, look that up. I'll put a note of it on my YouTube channel also, but look it up if you're interested. So we did the Funny Money, and we had a lot of fun with that. And then we did the Alvis, what's this damn thing called? The Alvis Stalwart BP Explorer. And this was fun in that I had to use two different 3D printers. I did a filament FDM printer to print the canopy, and then I used my resin printer to make the wheels for this thing. But I had a lot of fun with this, and boy, I would love to have one of those. Wouldn't that be a hoot? That'd be a lot of fun. We also just recently, was it yesterday? No, what was yesterday? I don't remember. Oh, yesterday was Peeping Bomb. But I just did this Ferrari, and boy, I'll tell you what, the Hot Wheels race cars love to bust my hump. This thing was difficult. I had all sorts of issues. I mean, it sat for quite a while I decided, did I want to even try and finish it? But I get stubborn kind of like that, and so I did finish it, and so you've seen that, and I'm glad I did finish it. I hate to quit on things. And then, of course, we had the Three Blind Mice build where we did the M2 vans, and I did the tie-dye van, which I thought came out really, really cool. I was very happy with it, and it really kind of put the idea of decals to the test, so to speak. So we did that. That was last month. I think we had a lot of fun, and it's funny because, you know, as I said, I had a really horrible month, and so it was really tough for me to come up and get stuff done. And fortunately, when I'm on a roll, I'm always trying to get videos ahead, and I had a lot of these videos ahead, so I was able to pull them out and host them on time for you guys, and still deal with the things that were going on in my life. So if you're ever going to do something like this, try and get a little stockpile of videos in the can for yourself, because it'll pay off in the long run. Anyhow, all right. So get so dry. Okay, so now I want to show you something here, and we're going to talk about this in the chat session at the end. I'm going to want a lot of opinion on this. I'm thinking of bringing paracording to the channel. Now, I know you think of paracording, oh, it's kind of lame, you know. Okay, well, maybe. All right, but I take paracording to another level. I don't just do the Salomon and Cobra knots. Okay, so let me show you this one right here. I hope you can see it good. This is my Kabuki Warrior paracord bracelet. And that's that. Now let me show you some of the ones I have that are loose so you can get a better view of them. Okay, here's my flag one. Okay, and so you see it's got a color change. It's got hand stitching in it, metal hardwares. Okay, you know, this is called a alligator, and this is just a really simple, basic one with a plastic thing. But you know, I really love that knot. And then we've got, look, here's an Air Force one. Ooh, fly straight, baby. Okay, Air Force one with a tag on it. Here's a cool one. This is like my little steampunk guy. All right. And it's got some paracording and some beads and stuff like that. So when I tie paracord, oh, I got to show you this one. Look at this one. This has got a hand-carved skull on it. And I can't remember. These are carved either out of bone or horn. And it depends on which one you get. So I don't know if this was... I think this one was out of horn. But, you know, that's the kind of paracord I'm talking about. And so let me know. You can let me know in the comments now if you like it and think you want to see some of that. But we could certainly talk about it in the chat at the end of the episode. So we have that I want to talk about with you guys and get your feedback on. All right, so that's something that we're looking into. Now, I know you have all been holding your breath waiting for the tip of the month, so let's go ahead and do this month's tip of the month, courtesy of Austin over at Diecast Resurrection. Hey everybody, and welcome to another tip of the month. Okay, I hope this shot is coming out so I don't have to redo this because I don't have a lot of room over here. I'm going to be sharing a really great tip I got from my friend Austin over at Diecast Resurrection. He is a guru when it comes to restoring diecast cars. He comes up with a lot of cool stuff. He's fun to watch. Give him a check out. His link is below, and he shared this tip with me, and I'm going to share it with you with his permission. So he was cranking out a lot of videos really, really fast, and I was like, how are you doing that? You know, I mean, my bodies are sitting for 3 to 6 days to cure so I don't mess them up. And he says, I speed it up. I warm them over a light bulb. I got a light bulb and a little rack over the top, and I put the car on the rack, and that's how I do it, and it speeds up the curing process. So I tried using a toaster oven and destroyed my paint job, and then I decided to do it more his way with a light bulb. So I went to IKEA, and I got this desk lamp here. Now, ignore this part right here, okay? So this is just an IKEA desk lamp, and I flipped the bowl around so it faces up like so. And I've got a little 40-watt light bulb in here, not one of the IKEA ones. Go get yourself a little 40-watt one over at Walmart. And I stuck that in there. Then I bought this little steamer thing here, the Stable steamer from IKEA. And see these little legs? They fit in there just about perfectly, okay? So look how nice that holds on there. And if I just turn the light on, here we have a little oven. I leave this closed as much as possible, and the car just sits across the top of this. All right. Let's see here. There we go. That's how I like it. Okay, so actually, got to put it back the way I like it. I like this little metal thing to be pointing a certain direction. All right, so I can put the car right across the top here, and the heat from the light rises, and in about 30 minutes, your car is cured. It's pretty amazing. Now, the nice thing about this version of it is that I can open this up, and I can open it all the way if I want to. I don't know why it's not, but it does. Trust me. Here, take it back. There we go. Okay, so I can open this all the way up. Oh, that's why it's got the thing in its way. But anyhow, I can put a bunch of cards in here if I really want to. But I never do. I always have it like this, with a little tiny hole here, sitting like so. All right, and even if I'm not carrying a car on it, it looks kind of cool, right? It's got kind of a cool look to it. So let's take, nope. Oh my gosh, I almost let the cat out of the bag. I can't put a car on here, okay? I only have two sitting here that are going to go on here shortly, and I can't give away the secrets of those cars yet. So forget that, but just all it does is it just sits across here. So what I do is I paint it, or I clear coat it, or whatever, and I let it sit for maybe an hour. And then after that, when it's able to very gingerly be handled by the bottom, I very carefully take it and lift it and set it on top of there, and I leave it for at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes. And then I take it off and let it cool down, okay, so it will harden, because it's going to stay soft a little bit when it's nice and warm. So after I take it off, I just set it aside to cool off a little bit, and you can paint, clear, and cure your car and have it put back together all in one day using Austin's little drying method. That's the tip of the month. I hope you enjoy it. Talk to you next time. All right, there it is, the tip of the month, courtesy of Austin at Diecast Resurrection. What a great thing. I got to tell you. So I put quite a bit of hardener in my paint jobs, and I put a lot of work into my paint jobs. That's one of my areas that I take real pride in. I think I put on really nice paint jobs, and I found that even after 3 days wearing a glove, I could come back and see a pattern from the cotton glove in the paint, and I'd have to polish it out and stuff, and it was a real pain. So I was actually leaving my cars for 5-6 days before I would touch them, just because I was terrified of screwing up my paint jobs, and I didn't want to be a part of that. So so we're using the Easy Bake Oven idea here, and even though I probably could, an hour after it comes off the heater, I could probably work with it and do what I want to do. I leave it for about a day before I come back and we'll touch it again. But you really could do an entire build in one day if you were so inclined. I just happen to, I'm a slow worker. So, but man, I can't recommend that enough. Now, I did try a toaster oven and I destroyed some cars, so if maybe you can have better luck with that, but this is what works for me. It works great. I haven't destroyed any cars, and it's really picked up the pace of things for me. All right, now you've probably heard about this already, but it is very vital, and so I want to talk about it right now, and that is the Paint It Pink Challenge. Okay, so the Paint It Pink Challenge, let's see here. Brian Lawson kind of orchestrated this whole thing, and he set up the Paint It Pink Challenge, where everybody is going to be doing a car that's either going to be pink or featuring the color pink to raise awareness about breast cancer. And all those videos are going to be released on October 12th. And to give you, I'm going to just read off the list because this is pretty impressive. This is the list that I have at this time of people participating in this. Restoration, MAE, Outlaw Speed Shop, Time Rider from Wee Little Cars, of course myself, Deep Junk Garage, Hodges, George Hodges from Hodges Hot Wheels and Diecast, Opus Diecast, Diecast Collector 333, Ice Cold Wheels, Nero 62, H Flowers, Jim Silva 164 Revival, Scale Street Garage, Kamikaze Customs, Drew's Customs, Diecast Restore, Creative Soul, 2AHD Cat, my friend who I did the apocalyptic vehicle with, Devil's Details, DT99 Race, Robert Flores, Flyboy Customs, modern day salvage, diecast and dioramas, restore, repair. And we got a couple big guns in here too. Marty from Marty Matchbox Makeovers, diecast show and customs. And one of the true gurus of this hobby, Bare Metal HW, D's Customs, My Diecast Addiction, Matchbox Resurrection, Diecast QT, and Go Bears Diecast, and Vintage Diecast. So all of those guys are going to be doing videos. We're going to have a busy day on the 12th watching videos. But, you know, breast cancer, all cancer sucks, okay? But breast cancer is particularly insidious in that it doesn't just kill these women. It humiliates them before it kills them. Totally not cool. And you might be thinking, well, what about testicular cancer and all these other kind of cancers? Well, I figure it this way. If we can help one cancer, once we get a breakthrough there, I think it's going to open doors to helping all the other kinds of cancers. So all of these builders are going to be doing cars on October 12th, and I think it's going to be a really awesome thing. And in addition to the videos, a lot of us are going to be doing charity auctions, myself included. Now, my charity auction isn't going to just be for my car, okay? The car I'm going to do in the video is going to be auctioned off, but I'm also taking on Zach from Vintage Diecast Restoration. He's going to send me his car, and that's going to be included in the auction. Hang on, here we go. This, you're going to get a custom pink Fat Guy Productions t-shirt made to your size. So the winning bidder will give me their size, and the shirt will be made for you, so you don't just get some shirt that you can never wear. We're going to have a couple peg cars. See, this one's got pink wheels, and this one is in pink, so we're going to have a couple peg cars in the setup, and we're going to have a lot of fun things in there. Now, the auction is going to be held through eBay charity auctions, so you know that the money is going to get to the right place. 100% of the auction is going to the Susan G. Komen Nevada division. And so I implore you guys, when you're bidding for this, don't bid like you're bidding for Hot Wheels. Because you're not. Bid like you're bidding for somebody's life, because you really are. You're bidding to save somebody's life. And no, the money that I'm going to make is relatively going to be small. But when you put it all together with all those amounts, it can move mountains. So bid from your heart. Bid as if somebody's life was at stake, because it is. So that's the Paint It Pink Challenge, and all the videos will be out on the 12th, and my auction will go live right after the video releases, and what else? The link will be in the description box, and I'll post it all over the place, so you should have no trouble finding the link to get to the auction. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and move on. Oh my gosh, let's take a look forward now to what's coming up. Let's do this first, and then I can tell you some horror stories. Okay, so this is some of the stuff we have coming up on the channel. Okay, so we're going to be doing a build-off with Diecast Graveyard. We're doing a Halloween build-off. Then the videos are going to release on the 30th. And we're going to be using dairy delivery trucks to build a Halloween vehicle. It should be a lot of fun. Well, unless mine comes out terrible and sucks. But as long as mine comes out fabulous, it'll be a lot of fun. Anything else will suck. All right, and this is just Dracula. Yes, he was at the model show from last month. But I just thought he fit in here nicely because this is the Spooktacular. So there's Dracula. Okay. This is the race team bus I'm doing for Ken, and it is now sitting here right in front of me. I can look at it. In fact, I'll show it to you after we're done looking at these pictures. It's all stripped down and torn apart, and the paint's all off of it. I got to clean up the inside of it a little bit and then start putting some paint on it. But it's a fun and interesting little vehicle. Very, very cool. I'm having a lot of fun with it. We're also going to be doing a video on a color change using your FDM printer. So if you're one of my 3D printing people, I'm going to show you how to do this thing here, where I did a color change in mid-print. And that will open up a lot of doors for some of my 3D printing people. And okay, I guess that's about it for that. Now let's talk about some of the other things that we have coming up. We're going to be doing, will it be out this month? I think it'll be coming up in this next month. We'll be doing the review on the light that they sent me and asked me to review. I've already kind of given you a sneak peek and told you that it's going to get a good review. We're also doing another 3D project, and we're going to take you start to finish, getting the product, slicing it, printing it, and putting a finish on it, and making a practical working item out of it. Well, I don't know how practical it is, but it's going to be a lot of fun anyhow. And then we've got our model builds going on, and I told you I was going to be doing the Red Baron first, and then right along with it would be Rommel's Rod and the Tarantula. Well, the Red Baron was going along wonderfully until it wasn't. And, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell you. I wish I'd put the picture in here for you. I had to take the entire model back apart, strip all the paint off of it, and start essentially from scratch. And I don't know if you've ever taken a model apart. It's not fun and it's not easy. So I've taken it apart, but here, you know what? I'll give you a sneak preview on it. Okay? All right. It was taken apart, but here is the body and the drive line. All right, after being repainted and put back together. So let's see. There you go. So there's that. But holy cow, this thing has been a real pain in the posterior. Rommel's Rod is underway. The assembly is going very well. The nice thing about doing armor is you can really just build the whole thing and then slap paint on it and then do your magic at the end. So that's going on. Tarantula has not started yet. Like I said, I didn't have the greatest month in the world. I wasn't really feeling starting a whole new project. But so we have those things going on. But oh well, what are you going to do? I'm also still talking about maybe doing some paracording, and we're going to talk about that going forward. Let's see here. Anything else in there to talk about? No. Okay, so that's kind of some of the stuff that I have in a look forward. Now I wanted to show you a couple things, and the first thing is I wanted to show you Multile Chrome. Okay, you guys know about Multile Chrome. All right, so here's the Multile Liquid Chrome pen. This is the 2mm, I think. Where's the size on it? Yeah, 2mm. So this is the 2mm Multile Liquid Chrome pen. And on the Red Baron, this was part of my problems, was I tried when I would not have re-chromed anything on this kit had this not been damaged in the kit. There were a couple worn spots on the top, and this is the helmet, and it's so prominent on the model that if it's not perfect, it's going to look like crap. So I first stripped the paint off using my Super Clean, and then I went ahead and primed it, sanded it, and I painted it with AK Interactive's Extreme Metals. Now, all of these chromes and metallizers man, there's just no real consistency to them. Sometimes you get something that comes out perfect, and sometimes you get something that just it just looks like silver. And so I was unhappy with that, so I stripped that down again. And then I tried All-Clad 2. And as soon as I had a decent finish with the All-Clad 2, but then it's so fragile that it starts to lose its sheen just by doing anything to it. And so I finally decided I was going to do something I hadn't done before, and I was going to airbrush Multau Chrome. And so you can these are refillable, and so you can unscrew the top and pour the paint out into your airbrush. And so I did that, and I painted the helmet, and it came out fantastic. Now, I'm going to be doing a whole video on how to do this, because there is a technique to doing this, and if you don't do it right, even when you're coloring it on, if you don't do it right, it's not going to come out good. So I used up all the paint in this, experimenting. I finally got the helmet to look beautiful, and then I went and put a sealer on it, the clear from All-Clad. Somebody said that it would do a good job and not change it. It didn't. It turned it to silver and not chrome. So I went out and bought the big refill bottle, and this way I can just go straight into the airbrush without having to empty out my pen. So I bought the big refill bottle, and I've stripped everything back off this, sanded it again. It needs a quick little primer, and then it's going to get airbrushed with Multau, and I'm going to show you how to do that and make it work out. So that's going to be coming up, and let me tell you, here, let me show you. Okay, I got a couple pieces. Let me show you this. I hope you can see this. That wheel is airbrushed with Multau Chrome. All right. This here, let me show you this little dude here. Okay. This little fuel tank is airbrushed with Multau Chrome. All right. So, for a bigger piece, there is no substitute to airbrushing the Multau. You just, for a bigger piece, you cannot color it on. It's not going to come out good. So we're going to be doing a video on that. I wanted to show you that. I also wanted to show you this little dude here. More Tom Daniels stuff. The paddy wagon. It's going to get into the pipeline, so be looking for that. All right, so let's see here. Where does that leave us? We did the paint it pink. Okay, hey. I think I've covered everything today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of shift my angles, and we are going to start doing the chat session. So now is your chance. You can ask me anything that you want to ask me, and then I'll talk to you about it as I see them come across. So I can now see my chat, so fire away. Oh, okay. So the first question we got is from Seth, and he's asking about how a video on how to fix a wonky coin. Seth, let me be perfectly honest with you. Unless I have orders to fill, filming coin ring making in the Nevada summer is virtually impossible, okay? It's just so freaking hot out there. I'm a sweaty mess, and it's just awful. So I really don't go out and do anything out there unless I absolutely have to. But summer has broke here, and we are experiencing some beautiful temperatures, beautiful weather, and it is on my list of coin ring videos. It's I think it's number one, actually. And I'm going to show you how, not only am I going to show you how to straighten out a wonky coin, but I'm going to show you something very cool. You ever start pressing one the wrong way? Like you wanted the back side out and you started pressing it so the front side would be out? I'm going to show you how to fix that too. So it's coming up. Hang in there, my friend. I haven't forgotten my coin ring, guys. it's just a lot easier for me to do coin ring videos once summer breaks here in the valley. Ken. How do you fix a post if you blow out the side? I am doing an entire video. I think almost all of the filming is in the computer already, and I just have to edit it, voiceover, and send it out. But so far, using this technique, every single one that I've blown out, I've been able to repair successfully. It's held screws. It's worked out fantastic. It's a great little deal, and it's going to save you some destroyed cars. All right. Yeah, thanks. Okay, Seth, let me tell you something about... So Seth asks about... He's happy about the video coming out. He says because he hates Ben Franklin $half. For my non-coin ringing fans... when you make a ring out of Ben Franklin $half, his head is giant. And so the coin is really thick in that one spot. And it makes, when you're folding the coin to make it into a ring shape, it makes it go crooked. Almost every time. We call them wonkingtons. So, so yeah, everybody hates Ben Franklin $half. And but they can be saved, so don't stress. Rudy, why are you bad? What did you do? What did you do, Rudy? I'm waiting for Rudy to explain his comment here, because apparently he's been chastised. I do kind of rock, though, right? Yeah? All right. Cool. Come on, that's all the comments? All right. Okay. Now, listen. I saw a lot of other stuff streaming through as I was doing the show. It's impossible for me to do the show. What is the best paint stripper, in your opinion? Depends. For a diecast, I'm using... I'll get it. Don't go away. Okay, I'm back. All right, so for diecast, I use Clean Strip Premium Stripper for everything. This is what I use. If it's really being a pill, I will use Clean Strip's Aircraft Paint Stripper. I do not use this unless I'm forced to. For paint on plastic, and I just did that. I forgot what I just stripped. But anyhow, for paint on plastic, Super Clean. Super Clean takes chrome off in an hour, maybe. For paint, depending on what paint it is, how many layers there are, stuff like that, it could take a day or 2 or 3. But it's non-caustic. So it actually smells kind of good. It doesn't burn your fingers. It won't damage your plastic. So you can just get a vat, dump all your stuff in there, periodically scrub it with a toothbrush, dump it back in until the paint is off. So that's what I use for all the plastic. Like, oh, and I meant to show you Ken's little team transporter. The windows on here were covered completely in paint, and I'm trying to see what they look like. So I've actually got them in the Super Clean right now, even as we speak, to see how they come out and see if they're usable or not. So those are the products that I use, and they all work great. Who's tipsy? I'm tipsy? We're all tipsy. Okay, where are we going? Anything? I'm making a coin ring made from steel. Boy, I have not tried it. I wouldn't want. I don't want to venture to say because I haven't tried it. I have done challenge coin rings, and those are called challenge coins for a reason. They're very difficult to do. I don't like doing them. Um, let's see here. Uh, oh, it's okay, DJ. No problem. Um, yes, Ken. One day I will do, maybe even next month, I will show you I will put together a segment on my collection of die-cast models or both, and maybe I'll separate those out. But yes, boy, you guys got to see my Enterprise. I think if you look down in my past history, you might actually be able to see the Enterprise that I did. That is one of my pride and joys. I love that thing, and I love to be able to just use that girl that sits inside my phone, and I love being able to ask her to turn the Enterprise on, and it all happens. So, but yeah, I absolutely will do that. That might be a good thing for next month. So, thank you for this. Another great suggestion, Ken. Um, oh no, yeah, okay. So right here, tinfoil. Tinfoil asks, on the Red Baron, am I doing the engine box stock or putting it, I can't see the rest of it, but box stock. Come on, tinfoil, really? Here, let me show you. Sorry about that little adjustment there. Here's the Red Baron's motor as it sits so far. Okay. I've got a combination of silvers on here, chrome for the air intake. I've bought a aftermarket distributor to do the plug wires. I've got a braided line for the radiator hose. I drilled out the ends of the trumpet exhaust pipes. Um, Still need to do some detail painting on it and fidget with it a little bit, but I think it's coming out very, very cool. I've got some touch-up areas to do, but so there's going to be the engine for the Red Baron. All right. So funny that you asked that. I hope you like it. Let's see here. Challenge coins. Oh God, yes, challenge coins. What a pain in the butt. Oh, I don't know about. We have them in the fire department. They're more for fun than anything else. I'm strictly talking about turning them into rings. Man, it's a true test of your equipment to see if it can handle the pressures that it takes to ring a challenge coin. Um, Thank you, Tinfoil Hat. I appreciate the comment on the motor. I hope the whole car comes out equally as well, especially after the disaster. Let me show you something. This is how bad it went. Okay, see my front axle. Can you see that weird piece sticking off of it? That's because that piece broke over there when I was taking this thing apart, and so see it. So I glued a piece of sprue on there, and I'm just letting it sit and sit and sit and sit, and I'll trim it and shape it right at the end there to make sure it's really permanently attached. But yeah, so yeah, what are you gonna do? Um, you tried to ring a challenge coin with Harbor Freight stuff. I can imagine that didn't go too well. Anyhow. All right, any more questions? Comments? Anything? Oh, no, you guys aren't getting away. What do you think about the paracord idea? Or is it something any of you are interested in? Is it something I should just not bother with, or what? Anybody? I know you're there. Tell me, what do you want? I always have to wait, so that's what I'm doing. There we go. Doing same kit but waiting. has a straight 6. What other models are you planning on? What other models are you planning on building? Well, like I said, Rommel's Rod is already happening. Tarantula is already happening. And something just, oh my gosh, I gotta tell you guys this story. This is so awesome. I was building the big Revell Gatto submarine 172 scale. It's giant. Okay, it's massive. This thing is huge. And I screwed it up so bad. I can't even begin to tell you how bad I screwed it up. I bought the Big Ed photo etch kit from Eduard, and it's got decks and sides and stuff like that. All this stuff to really make it look amazing. Well, I didn't have a lot of experience with photo etch when I was trying to do it, and I ruined it so bad. The photo etch has to conform and stuff, and I had it all taped down and stuff, and I was dribbling thin CA in there to lock it down and stuff. Well, what was happening is the CA was running everywhere. It was going up underneath the tape and gluing the tape into the photo etch, and there was these whole islands of CA where all the detail was wiped out because it was flooded with crazy glue, and it just looked horrible. It was destroyed, and so it's been underneath this desk for a year and a half now, maybe more. And I was just dejected. It was an expensive kit and stuff like that. And all I could think of was to try and make it look like a derelict. And because it was that bad. And I'll ask you guys a question here at the end here. So it was that bad. Well, yesterday, believe it or not, just yesterday, I had an epiphany. What if I just ordered new photo etch? I could then take a sander, a pretty aggressive sander, and sand all the bad stuff away just to get it all flat again, and then put the photo etch back on over the top of it, and it should look great. So last night I ordered a new Big Ed photo etch set, and it is my intention to try and get that submarine floating. Not really floating, but looking like it should be floating. So I'm really, really excited about that. And my question on that is, I hadn't filmed any of that up. And so the hull's all together. The conning tower's not on yet. But, so I've got the hull and all the bad photo etch on there. Would you guys like to see me pick it up from there and take it to its end and finish it? If so, let me know in the comments. And when I break it out and start working on it, I'll start filming. If not, I'll just do that on my own time. But so there's that model in the works. I have a ton of models. But like I said, I'm trying to go through the Tom Daniel thing. But I think also I'm going to maybe not just go Tom Daniel. I think I'm going to intersperse some other models in with it. I've got a bunch of space. I've got some Munsters stuff. And, I got fire engines, all sorts of stuff. So I don't know yet, but right now the ones in the work are Rommel's Rod and the Red Baron. All right, where else are we at? I guess it was a size 16, Seth. Missed the beginning. What's the idea? What's the idea of what? Aaron? What's the big idea? I don't have any big ideas, trust me. Okay, so tinfoil would be down with some paracording. Rommel's Rod. Yes, I believe it is named after I don't know, is the Rommel, the Desert Fox, or whatever his name was, is his first name Irwin? Because otherwise I don't know who Irwin Rommel is. So tinfoil answered that. So yes, I had no idea his name was, he's Rommel. I had no idea his first name was Irwin. Irwin? What the hell kind of a German name is Irwin? Okay, I don't get that one. So yes to paracord. Yes, show how to fix a screw up. Okay, so people are looking like they're down with Down with doing the submarine. So, okay, cool. What kind of car models? Oh, oh, wait, hang on. Do you like promos as car models? I like interesting stuff. So it doesn't really matter if what it is, as long as it's a little bit unique. The exception being Space and Tom Daniel. Okay, so um, the paracord, yes, the paracord. Aaron, where's Aaron? Oh, okay, Aaron. So yes, all I'm trying to ask is, if you didn't see it, here's some of the paracord bracelets I do. This is one of my favorite, and I was just asking if you guys would like to see some of this stuff on the channel. Here's my little patriotic one with the stitching in it and stuff. So I'm just trying to feel you guys out and see if you'd be interested in seeing some paracord videos. Erwin Rommel, that is so funny. Well, thank you, Seth. Seth says, down with anything, just love your videos. So thank you. I appreciate that. Especially after the month I've had. It's nice to talk with you guys. It's nice to hear some positive stuff. So, okay, yeah. What I'm really thinking of doing, I don't want to promise this yet because I got to see if I can get to it and get it done in time for the 12th. But I'm thinking of doing the first paracord video and tying it and making it a maybe something in pink and black to go with the shirt, and including that in the auction. So, tarantula model, are you going to build it with the chute open? I have never done that, and propped up on the little wheel stander. I've never done that either. Maybe I will. See if I can somehow make that actually look good. Maybe try and look like a real parachute. Maybe heat it to give it some ripples. Maybe coat it with something to give it a fabric-y look. Use real cords. Maybe. So that's something to think about. Can you do a Mopar paracord? I don't know. It's definitely worth looking at. Always look on the bright side. Hey, so that's funny that you said that about the Monty Python thing, because for the Halloween build, my original idea was to try and convert the dairy delivery into the bring out your dead cart. Bring out your dead. Ding. I'm not dead yet. So I thought about doing that. So it's funny that you brought up Monty Python, but I'm going in a different direction. So, all right. Okay. I think we've had enough fun for today. If you like the chat session, just let me know. I think it was a lot of fun. If you have anything you want to see in any of the live streams, let me know. I'll be going back later today to review all of the comments that you guys made during the stream. But hopefully, Ken, I hope this makes the live stream feel a little more like it didn't just end, which I think it really did. I think that was a fabulous idea. I really liked it. All right, so this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream, the Spooktacular live stream. We will see you next month again. First Sunday of November, that's November 3rd, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is Paul from Fat Guy Productions. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you have an amazing day and really start to think about that charity auction. It's going to mean so very, very much to a lot of people. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, be good.